So I'm pretty sure like everyone's seen the news, but it's like took me a bit to kind of like fully realize it. But you know what? Screw it. We're gonna talk about it now. Desmond Watson was released by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and also just made me kind of feel like kind of like sad like hearing that news because it's like Desmond Watson like during his time in Florida like he was like a very solid defensive tackle that had a lot of potential. For reference, this dude was like 6'5", 464 pounds. He was the biggest player to be signed in an NFL roster in history. Like this dude was just a massive human being. Like hard to move, constantly got like at least some sort of like pressure on the offensive line that people had to like double team him just because of the fact just how big he was. Yeah, he wasn't like to a degree of like a Jordan Davis because like that man is just Goliath. Like he deserves his own separate topic. But it's just like yeah, no, like Desmond Watson was still wasn't a bad player. Like he had like multiple like couple like highlight reel like because for reference, like this man picked up a quarterback like he was like a small toddler. He picked him up like a little baby. And not only that, he also had like what like 63 tackles in his college career. Like I think like a couple like tackles for losses, like a sack and a half. I think here he even carried the ball for like a yard and got a first down with it. Like he had a decent amount of plays here and there. But when he got to Tampa Bay, they basically told him, "Hey, you cannot practice because you are so big that like we don't want to risk your health out there," which makes sense from like a moral standpoint because it's like he is that large. Like specifically playing in like in heat, in pads, and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it takes a lot out of you. Like I played football in high school. Like I understand like the feeling of just like being out there in the sun and pads and that sort of stuff. Like it sucks. But at the same time, I felt like they could have done. There was a happy medium they could have done with it. Because it's like, look at this. Like we've all seen a clip of like Desmond Watson still not being allowed to practice, and he's just out there playing the pass. Like it's sad to look at. Like it's genuinely just sad to look at. And it's like I felt like the easy solution was just like give him like a couple of snaps like every practice, like not a lot, because I get the counter argument of that being like, oh well, is rewarding his behavior of like not actually getting saved. I feel like it would do the opposite. I feel like if you gave him like a couple opportunities like every once in a while, like in a practice, just to like I don't know like do more than just like wear the helmet and just do like some random drills, but actually give him the opportunity to actually like put on some pads and actually like I don't know like get a couple snaps down there like I feel like it would have just like motivated him to actually push himself harder to lose more of the weight. Which again, like I understand the argument is like, oh well, he wouldn't be an unhealthy way, but it's like it would have probably helped him stay on the roster if they were given like a couple of like reps. Because as I said before, I played football back in high school, and it's like I'd seen people like who were like built like this, and it's like yeah like those guys were still given opportunities to at least like practice because like coaches was kind of looking at them saying like oh like do you have the potential to actually like play on the field. And I felt like if Tampa were to give him Desmond Watson the same opportunities, I feel like it would have been very beneficial for both parties in my opinion.